Guys, we're out here in the amazing Inman Valley at the most beautiful campsite I've been to in a long time, and it's time that I show you something I've recently bought. Get it? So I bought a new tarp. This is a tarp from Onewind, and I'm super impressed with this. You know me, I like to camp with tarps, I like to camp with shelter. We normally take a big gazebo or a big hex tent, but the amount of space those things occupy is just it's just unreasonable. They're heavy, they're massive. Yeah, I can't say I'm a big fan of those ones. But what I did is I got myself a new tarp. This is a 3.5 by 3 meter tarp from Onewind, but I also got this. This is a mosquito net that goes around the tarp, basically making it a fully enclosed shelter for a fairly large amount of people. So I'm going to set this up, I'm going to show you how it works, and we're going to talk about it. So stay with me, let's do it. So in this campsite they have this beautiful hammock set up. So I'm not going to sleep in there tonight, but it will sort of illustrate the point of what this is made for. Now this particular tarp and shelter combination is made for hammock camping. You don't have to use it for hammock camping, which I probably won't do. You can use it as a massive shelter. So I'm going to set it up and let's see how we go. So I've got my paracord ridgeline. Let's do that now. Just now, when I set this up at home, I put it into a snakeskin, which I've never used before. Basically the intention is the tarp doesn't flap around on the floor. So we're going to see how that works today. I've got it set up here. Oh, so by the way, this is a double-ended bag, which is great. So it opens up at both sides. So what I need to do, I've left the main tied point open. So I'm just gonna, actually this side can probably stay closed. I'll close that. I'm gonna hook this onto our ridgeline. Just move this over a little bit. Cool, so as you can see, the tarp is still 100% in the bag. I haven't even taken it out yet. Just gonna hook this on. There we go. Now, I'm gonna open up the bag. I'm just gonna walk this across. And I'm just gonna make sure I've got this end. There we go. So there we are. Bring this one across. So guys, this takes a little bit of getting used to. This is only my second time putting it up, so I'm learning with you here. So there we go. I'm going to move the bag across. So the bag just stays there. And I've got the tent pegs and stuff in here as well, so I'll just take those out. And I'm just going to tie it off. Cool. Now, I don't know if you can tell, but the tarp is in this skin. So I'm just going to move the skin down. Just going to open it up. There we go. All right, I've opened it up on this side, so I'm just going to pull it across. Sort of gripping it as I go, which should unroll the tarp. There we are. Wow, that is so much easier. There we go. And I'm just going to tighten this up a bit. There we go. And there it is. Tarp is good. I love this tarp, it's amazing. So I'm just going to pull this over the ridgeline. I like my tarps to be on top of my ridgeline. There we go. And guys, this is the easiest way to set up a big tarp. Wow, so easy. I've just got a bit of a knot here, which I'll just undo real quick. Problem with having guy lines pre-attached is they tend to snag on themselves. So I'm just going to undo this guy real quick. There we go. and this one too. There we are. Cool. So we have a tarp. It's an amazing size. Like I said, it's a 3.5 by 3. Awesome size. Now, next step, let's get this fly on. So this is a little bit of a fiddly endeavor when you first try, but after the first time or so, it gets much easier. So it also comes with its own set of pegs. And like I said, it folds down so small, it's incredible. There we go. So what you want to do, there are some color-coded starting points. Just find them. So basically, there we go. So each end has this orange bit, and this orange bit goes up and over the top. So I'm just going to do that now. So the orange bit goes on, and I'm going to connect it directly to my carabiner. I just need a little bit of tension there. So I'm just going to slip this over. There we go. So the net is now attached to the ridge line, and then it's got these little clippy points, these little push fasteners, which you attach over your tarp here. I think there's 4 of them. Almost there. It's very windy today. Wow. I picked the perfect day to put up a big tarp, yeah? There we go. So that's the first side done. Let's find the next side. Find the orange connector. Whoa. Cool. And there we go. Just gonna get to my carabiner. Just here. I'll slip that over. So I must say, this is a little bit more work than putting up a big hex or a gazebo, but the amount of space and weight you save makes it worth it. And there is definitely economies of scale once you've done it a couple of times. Got to tie off this last little point. There we go. Cool. So there we are. Now the top just goes into the mosquito net. Right. There we go. Cool. So the next step, you've got to come into the sides here. Find one of your anchor points. Oh, I've got a knot again. Sorry guys, it's all chaos here today. The wind always makes things hard, especially when you're trying to do things like set up flyers and stuff like that. So cool, here we go. So I've got my first tie point, and if you look, there's these connectors. There's 4 of them, there's 2 on either side, and there's a little hole. You pull the line through, all the way through, and then the webbing as well. There's a little sort of inch of webbing coming through, and there we go. That's our first point. So I'm just going to stake this out for you real quick. Alright, we'll go this way. Alrighty, so this will come out to just about here. there. I don't want to put too much tension on it, just enough. Alright, that's number one. Next one. There it is. I've reconnected the hammock. Now, like I said before, you absolutely don't have to use the hammock inside, but this is an enormous shelter. It's an enormous group shelter. It's probably the same as our massive big old hex tent. I think it's brilliant for the amount of space that it takes up and then provides in return. Oh, brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. I love it. Onewind, good on you. This is probably one of my favorite new pieces of kit. I'm a big fan. It might even force me to buy a hammock. Maybe. Let's see. It's got these really cool carabiners to attach it to the fly. And as you can see, it's very, very secure. No bugs are going to get in there at all. I'm a big fan. I'm a massive fan of this. Just look at the size of it. There's a full size hammock in there, and obviously you can peg it down at the bottom to keep bugs out. Wow, this is phenomenal. I really like this. I could have done a better job putting it together, but it was just to illustrate the point. I might fix it. Give me a sec, I'll fix it. Guys, we're all good to go. I absolutely love this. It's brilliant. It is so clever and incredibly effective. Obviously it's 3.5 meters long by at least 3 meters across. It's a big space. It's a big space. The top is rated for 300 milliliters of water. It's brilliant, good quality. I like it. I think it's amazing. So what I'll do, I'm going to leave this up overnight. We are in a bit of a windy condition right now, so I'll see if it survives. If it survives the night, it'll get a full thumbs up from me. But I'll come back to you in the morning. I'm going to have a lie in there now, for sure. Onewind, yes, well done. I love it. Thank you. The Onewind tarp and mosquito net have been up all night. Perfect. Hasn't moved. It's brilliant. What I did do though is I just used these poles to get the right length. Now obviously I'm a shorty, so I couldn't get the tarp high enough to get the sides high enough to create more space underneath. But as you can see now, just by using these poles, this thing is massive. It is so good. So I'm going to get in there and show you what size it is. So we undo the zip. Now, keeping in mind there's a hammock in my way. There we go. check this out. It's amazing. Now, what they do say is you can clip these sides together to create this sort of open vista kind of vibe, or you can close them. So these little carabiners on the inside that they've got, you can unhook them and then pull these walls together. Obviously you'll need to bring the sides down a little bit, but you can basically create a completely enclosed hot tent under here if you wanted to. It's really cool. Everything is heat tape sealed. It's brilliant. I see no signs of pulling. The sides are really well taped together. Guys, I'm a big fan. I'm a big fan of this guy. So much space under there. It's actually phenomenal. Wow. Oh, so guys, the Onewind top. So this is the 12-foot top with a mosquito net. It's brilliant. I highly recommend it. If you're sort of in the market for a kind of group shelter top kind of vibe, this whole setup cost roughly over $100 or so. It's not expensive. It's worth it. I really like it. I think it's great. Onewind, big thumbs up. I love it, and I'll be using it on my next camp. See ya. Just going to close it off on this side. Cool, so in theory, I can unhook this like that and just sort of start kind of compressing it a little bit. Cool, got it. There we go. So as you can see, I still have both sides exposed. Let's just put this back in a little more. There we go, top done. So this should be fairly simple. I'm going to keep a hold of the orange tabs. Like that. Grab this. Just going to give it a little shake out. Fold it again. Cool, and one more time. There we go. I think that's reasonable. I'm just going to sort of compress it as I roll it up. And this should go easily back in here, hopefully. Oh yeah, I see. And there we go. As also remember, the mosquito net comes in this little compression bag. So, in summary, that entire massive shelter I had fits into these 2 little bags. I think that's incredible. It's a bit fiddly, yes, I'll give you that, but it weighs nothing. It takes up almost no space. It creates a really big open shelter, bug-free. I don't know if you can beat it, really. The alternative is obviously a big gazebo or a big screen house kind of vibe. All of those things are massive and heavy, and they're not great in the wind. I'm not a fan. This, I can for sure see myself using this many more opportunities. Like I said, this system is designed for hammock camping, but don't have to use it for a hammock. You can use it as a shelter, or you could stick your swag under it, or put it low to the ground as a bivvy. It's amazing. I think it's great. Onewind, tarp, and mosquito net combination, winner. Thank you guys. I'll put some links in the description below to these. I'm not affiliated with them at all. I bought these with my own money. Onewind doesn't get to see this video before it's published. So my thoughts. And yeah, you saw me fiddle with it for the first time, so I love it. I'm going to practice putting this up and down a couple more times. But yeah, I think this is going to be a fixture on my videos coming up. So yeah, there we go. See you guys. Thank you.